Hello, welcome to the Oasis Healing Temple. Thank you so much for joining me today. If this is your first time, welcome. We'd love to have you here. And for those of you returning, thank you so much for coming back. Today I wanted to do a reading with the mermaids and get some information from them. The cards will be revealed during your reading, so it's going to be a blind choice today. I do have some crystals for you to choose from, so these may help you. If you are drawn to a particular crystal or card, you may be drawn to more than one, and that is perfectly fine. You may have several messages in different readings. So, crystal number 1, this is blue fluorite. Very, very pretty. And pile number 2, we have a Lapis Lazuli. Pile number 3, blue lace agate. And pile number 4, we have Aquamarine. Alright, those are the choices for today. Head down to the description box and I will see you at your readings. You can pause the video now if you still need to make your choice. Welcome pile number 1 for those of you who chose the blue fluorite. This is your reading. I'm going to set the crystal down over here. And for the top card, you chose Water Flight. Heaviness lifts, burdens are cast away, weightlessness. Beautiful. This is a message about surrendering and letting go. You may be choosing to do this already, or you're being guided to do that now. Yes. Alright, so there is a healing that is taking place or has taken place in your life. Something from the past that may have been very hard for you. Some kind of trauma or something that's been very heavy. Something that has been weighing you down heavily on your heart and in your mind. Definitely emotional. And you're now being asked to release and let it go, or you have chosen to heal from the past and are healing from the past. Alright, so let's set this card here. Big change is coming in. Yes, emotional release. Alright, let's see. Let's get this card. We have Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? Alright, yes, nurturing yourself. Taking care of yourself, maybe healing the wounds, overcoming what you have been through, what you have suffered through. We have break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. Okay, so yes, this is overcoming something in your life, maybe something from your family that has been passed down that has been very hard to overcome. This can be, narcissistic, family issues, traumas. Let me set this crystal over here. You are choosing a different path than your family, than the people who've come before you, the people who have been in your life, and choosing to walk away from the burdens, to walk away from the pain, to walk away from the trauma, the hardships. In general, the energies that aren't serving you, and there's new energies that are coming in. When we decide to let go and release and heal and overcome, we create an environment that new growth can take place. It's like being replanted. When you have a plant that is outgrown the environment that it's in, it needs to be transplanted into a bigger pot so that it can grow and expand. And so if the environment isn't conducive for healing and growth, then the plant, it can only grow as big as the container that it's in. So if the environment isn't suitable for growth, then it can't grow to its full potential. So even though it is hard to cut ties or cut these cords from these people or the energies or the situations that haven't been serving you, it is going to be for your highest good. It is going to be a way that you can return the energy and the love that you give to others. It is how you can repay yourself back, to give that same love to yourself. And it's time to walk away. It is time to let the burdens go, to say yes to you. Let's see what else we have. And we have no, and say no to others. Learning how to say no. Maybe you're one of those, somebody who people pleases and has a hard time saying no because you have a big heart and you want to help others, or there's a part of you who doesn't feel worthy or good enough if you're not, trying to win the approval of others. And it's time now to say no, to wait, to take time out and decide, is this something that's going to take from me in order to give to somebody else? And I don't really want to, because you're doing it out of guilt. And if you're doing something out of guilt, then that's already a sign that no, I shouldn't be doing this, because we shouldn't feel guilty for doing something for someone else. And if anybody's trying to make you feel guilty for doing something, then, shame on them. And you have to learn those boundaries of what is right and what is wrong, and who was truly in a relationship that is a give and take relationship versus just, one person always giving and the other person always taking. That's not balanced. And learning the balance. And if somebody is just always, having their hand out, what can you give me? What can you do for me? And they're not really wanting to put the effort in when you need something, or when you're down and you have, heaviness. Are they there for you? Are they supporting you? Are they saying yes at the same amount of effort that you're saying yes? Time to assess those relationships and decide what is it that you truly want for yourself in that relationship. And is that relationship serving you, or is it something that's keeping you stuck and keeping you repressed and in a cycle of guilt or shame or unworthiness? Okay, we have, for this you were born, foster your intention for incarnating in this dimension. Okay, so I have several starseeds who come to my channel. You came here to break the chain, to end the cycle, to rewrite the future, to create a healthy future for everyone and those who are coming up after you. And this is the time now for you to step into that potential and letting all this heaviness go, letting the past go, and rising up to become the person who you were supposed to be in this lifetime. And when you let this go, when you release yourself and surrender to becoming this beautiful person, no matter what anybody else thinks, you're going to fulfill your destiny. Yeah, you may be receiving insights, the new information, the light's going to be coming and shining down on you and guiding you to where you need to be going. Face your fears. Farewell to fear platforms. Oh, okay, yes. Stand up and be yourself. Be who you are. Be your authentic self. You were born to be this person. That's why you came here, was to shine that light, to bring those energies here. Make sure you guys can see this on the camera. We have way of faith. Let faith be your guide. Yes, no more being in fear that you're not good enough, or that who you are is, you know, something to be ashamed of or to be put down. You are here to bring this new light, to bring this new way of being onto the earth, and to expand the way that things have been done for centuries. And so many of us are here to rewrite the future, to bring in new energies, to bring in new ways of doing and loving and seeing, and bringing in this higher vibration where we return the divine feminine energies here onto the planet Earth, where we are listening to our heart instead of only our mind. We're working in balance with the masculine and the feminine. It's no longer just all the masculine energies. It will be more of the balance of using the divine feminine and the divine masculine, and feeling our way through life and letting our feelings be just as valuable as our mind and our thoughts and our creativity. There's also that time to rest and to heal and to nurture. Yeah, there's a new path opening up for you, and it's coming in quite quick. You may receive some epiphanies. You may start receiving some insights into the way that you are meant to be going, the way forward, this new beginning. You may have already had that vision already, this insight, and just been afraid to make that step. And now is the time for you to begin that new journey. All right, let's see what we can. Looking at the underbelly, be sure that you are using your time in the best possible manner. You might consider taking time to organize yourself, or perhaps a project that you are working on could use some fine-tuning. All right, so there may be something that you already know, some wisdom that you're here to share, some insight that you have, seeing things from a different perspective. Yeah, we got a lot of whales, so there's some ancient wisdom. You may have some ancient wisdom that is coming to the surface for you now, because you've decided to walk away from this past, from this burden, and learning to love yourself and care for yourself, and seeing who you really are without all of these projections from other people. We have integration. I combine mind, body, mind, and soul to lift all of humanity into a new dimension. Yes. All right. So yeah, with that perception shift, you are learning to see things from a different perspective, and how everything has gotten you to the point that you are in. Nothing has been for nothing. Everything teaches us something. So we're always learning, we're always growing, we're always expanding, and everything has a reason. And we had to go through certain experiences so that we could learn from them, so that we could understand from our choices and what makes us stronger, and what is something that can keep us suppressed and not owning the energies or the wisdom or our potential. It suppresses us, and learning what does, and what also then ignites us and sets us on fire. What are we passionate about? What are you passionate about? Follow your heart, and letting your heart be your guide, because when you start functioning from that place of listening to your heart and what is it that lights you up, that is what you came here for. You came here to bring that energy here. And being different, there's a reason for being different, is because you bring different light codes, you bring a whole new vibration, you bring a new way of doing things and seeing things that other people may not even consider. And that's why we need people like that on this planet, because it expands us. We are meant to grow, we are meant to expand, and not be so limited and confined in these little boxes that society tries to keep us in. We are meant to expand beyond those labels. All right, we have Archangel Gabriel, and you have 22 twice. So, and 22 is is a master number, which connects you to Archangel Raphael for healing. So Raphael, and you have Archangel Gabriel in this reading. So you ask him. Both of these archangels are very good teachers. I love both of them and work with them a lot. Archangel Raphael is very good for healing, very good at teaching science, and if you are somebody who's in the healing field, in the healing arts, he's a great teacher to work with. And Archangel Gabriel is a messenger. So, and he says, I invite Archangel Gabriel to bring hope and intuition into my life. So be on the lookout for those divine messages or synchronicities or signs from your guides, from the angels, even from the animal realm, the animal kingdom, from Mother Earth. There's always messages around us daily, and it's just opening up that perception to seeing them. When you're asking for signs, be open to perceiving them, and they can come through many different ways. It's just whichever way that your soul picks up on them. It can be through music or numbers or colors or animals or, numbers even. And we have 2222 is just 44, and we have 44 here as well, so integration. And 44 is also another master number, and there's a lot of stability that's coming in, so there may not have been a lot of, solid ground. It may have been very rocky and turbulent, and because you were choosing to now heal and walk away from this past and now focus on the future and what you want to do, what you came here to bring forward, and standing in the truth of that, it is going to be something that brings you that foundation that you've been looking for, where you can bring forward this beautiful energy that has been within you the whole time. All right, so I'm going to get a few more cards out as the ancestors, and this is just from the Mermaids. We get a few more messages, please. Number 1, messages from the Mermaids. We have the unknown enigma. Wow. Okay, so there is something that you're going to bring forward that has not been here on the earth. You have a certain higher vibration that needs to be seated here on this planet. And these insights, this wisdom is going to be pouring in. Become that open channel to be receptive. And look, we have 44 again. Very high vibrational. This is like ascended master level, where you are holding a certain vibration. You're holding a specific frequency that needs to be seated here on the planet, that needs to come in here. These higher insights, you are a channel for this divine wisdom, for this beautiful new earth that we are here to create. And some of it is a mystery. There are some parts of it that we're not allowed to know until the time is right. And so standing in our faith and in our truth of knowing that we're always provided for, we are always protected, and even though in the past we have gone through some hardships, we've still been protected through that. We've still been held and never been truly alone through the hardship, through the pain, and through our suffering. Because when you have a mission that is divine, and it is something that you've come here to orchestrate with the divine, we are co-creators. And when you come from a place that is of service to others, there is this protection. You are held in like a bubble of protection through it, because you are here to seed a certain energy and vibration. There's a specific mission that you're here to perform before we can leave, and it's grounding that information, grounding that love, that light, those perceptions, that energy onto this planet. There's a lot of potential, lots of growth. I love it. And there's this golden light. So I'm not sure if you haven't been working with the golden, with the violet flame. Work with the violet flame to help cleanse and purify these old energies that you're coming out of. You can invoke the violet flame with, you know, I am the violet fire, I'm the purity spirit desires, or just even asking, I think it's Archangel Zedekiel, I think that's how you say it, or even Saint Germain, because these are keepers of the flame, and they will help you work with the violet flame. You can even just say, I invoke the violet flame to cleanse and purify my energetic field of all energies that are no longer serving me for my highest good. And you can visualize that violet purifying flame surrounding your aura. And also there's a this golden light, so it's like a purple and gold purifying flame that transforms all of those lower density energies and purifies them, so that you receive the gold, the, you know, the lesson, the, from all of this I attained this, you know, it's that hidden beauty within it all, you know. I'm trying to explain it in a way. It is the sorcerer's stone, you know, the is it the philosopher's stone? I'm not sure, but it is, you know, it is the gold that we're all trying to achieve, and it's that soul wisdom from going through everything that you've been through. You have achieved a certain level of mastery, and it has been for that reason. Everything happens for a reason. Okay, let's ask for any more wisdom. Okay, we have one for you. Mermaids, we have the patriarch, unapologetic. Yes, stand in the truth of who you are. This is somebody who knows. And we have another 4. I would look up that number. That's a 2244 444. These are definite signs. I would look up these numbers after the reading, just to get some more information, more insights, more connection to your guides. But yes, this is standing in the truth of who you are and honoring your wisdom, honoring the path that you are on and the path that you have chosen to walk, and to stand in your truth, stand in your integrity, knowing that you've done everything that you could to, you know, do the right thing and follow your heart through everything, and forgiving yourself for everything that you may have tolerated that was, you know, out of your love for somebody else, and allowing yourself to let go and to surrender the past, so that you can fully embrace who you are in this present moment. Having gone through all of that, you are this strong, wise soul, and you know your worth, and knowing the truth of who you are. And if you haven't come to that place, that is where you are walking into. That's where you are going. This is who you are becoming. After you have gone through this, you are stepping into this timeline where you know your worth, and you are strong. You have integrity, where your mind and your heart are in sync, and they are working with one another. Let's get one more message, please. Yes, where, you know, you can still be soft, but you also can be firm when you need to. And it's making those hard choices, because to be a leader is somebody who unfortunately has to make those hard choices, but it isn't a selfish choice. It is one that is better for everyone. And when somebody respects and honors you as a leader, they trust your decisions, because they know that you have their best intentions at heart, that you're not selfish, and you're not trying to tell somebody to do something that you yourself wouldn't do or haven't done or been through. It is that wise counsel, and people honor and respect that. Okay, this one fell down. We have Father of Earth, generosity. Yeah, there's a lot of blessings coming in for you. We have 41. And we have 14 up here, so that's 5. There's a lot of change coming. So there may have been, times where you doubted, or, there was a struggle, and this can be financial struggle. It can be just struggle to see your worth and your value. But we have Father of Earth coming in saying that this new path is going to be filled with so many blessings, and all the love, everything that you have given is going to be returned to you. So staying in that receptive place of receiving now and receiving love, either you giving that love or knowing that you are worthy of that same love and that same respect that you give to others, and holding yourself accountable for your actions, but also making sure that you're holding other people accountable as well for their actions, and knowing your worth, and everything that you give, you're going to be receiving back. So this path that you're coming into here, the mermaids are saying that it is a path of generosity where everything is going to be fruitful. Everything is going to be coming into your life and becoming more stable. You're going to be just filled with so much love and so much blessings and so much wisdom. Okay, yes, and there's a lot of 5s on here. I'm seeing a lot of stability, a lot of change, a lot of growth, a lot of love and just respect. All right, what else can I get for you? Let's get some of these messages from the mermaids. Some perspectives going forward. Ooh, they're starting to all flip over. Alright, these just became a mess in my hand. So we have fear. Alright, and that's with our unknown. So do not fear the path ahead or the unknown. Some things are meant to be a mystery. We can't know it all. We're not allowed to know sometimes because it would ruin what we're going through right now. Like, there's a reason for everything, and some things we might not be allowed to know yet, because the path ahead is going to be so much bigger than what we can even possibly conceive for ourselves. And so Spirit is saying, the mermaids are saying that there's some things we're not allowed to know yet, and it's all in divine timing. So sometimes, as much as we want to know, okay, well, what am I supposed to be doing? Or, when is this going to happen? There's things that we're not allowed to know just yet, because it will deter us from the path that we need to be walking right now. All right, and we have peace next. Finding that inner peace and making peace with the past, making peace with not knowing certain outcomes until we're ready for that time. More messages from the mermaids, please. Messages from the mermaids. Alright, this one tells that. Alright, isolation. What I get for this one is, maybe in the past you have felt alone. You haven't felt supported, or, feeling different. That, like what we were talking about, you were here. There's a reason for that. You were here to bring in that higher vibration. And then we have love. Loving yourself. Loving your uniqueness. Loving who you are. Loving your authentic self. Loving your individualness, and shining your light, coming from your heart. There's a reason why you're here. There's a reason why you're different. There's a reason for your uniqueness. We're all not meant to be the same. In space. Alright, so from space, I see there's lots of potential to create, going into your mind, and what is it that you want for yourself? What is it that you want? What is going to make you happy? What is going to give you that peace? What is going to make you feel loved? What is going to give you that inner connection to yourself and to your purpose? What is it that lights you up? What do you see for yourself on the path going forward? And focusing on that, focusing on your heart, focusing on your passions and your love, and this is what you're meant to bring forward into this new path that you're entering in. Okay? So that is the messages that the mermaids want you to know. If this reading resonates with you, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you all so much for being here, and I hope to see you next time. Y'all have a blessed day. Take care. Hello everyone, you chose pile number 2 and the Lapis Lazuli stone. This is your reading. I'm going to set the crystal, so I'm going to put it up here. In the card, we have Divine Sensuality, Making Love, and Erotica. We have 22. Alright. So, what I felt from this card was tapping into that divine feminine energies. So the mermaids are saying that it's okay for you to feel and to love yourself, to enjoy, your body, to enjoy the way that you feel, and to honor your emotions, to honor how you feel, to honor how you see yourself, and to love yourself. This might be a love reading. I might have to do a few more cards just to see what we have, but this is what I immediately felt was the relationship that you have with yourself, and honoring that connection that you have within, and loving yourself and supporting yourself, and loving your body through your own eyes. We have the ever unfolding rose cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. Alright, so there's a lot of growth coming in for you. A lot of growth in the relationship area. And that can be, your relationship with yourself, relationships with others. And there's this new path opening for you. We have 10,000 angels. Lean on your circle of supernatural support. Okay, so yeah, embracing this change and embracing yourself, loving yourself. We have in the light of the moon, a full moon can shine light on what you have been resisting. This can be anything from your fears to your soul's beauty. Oh, how lovely is that? I'm sorry, y'all, if y'all are hearing any of these animals. I live on a farm, and we have lots of different creatures walking around outside. And so if you're hearing that, I apologize. Okay, so yes. So we have the soul's beauty again. Okay, so this reading is about loving yourself and honoring your uniqueness, and honoring who you are, honoring your body, instead of these images that we see, that are being forced on us all the time by this social programming and these social standards of what beauty looks like, and that everybody has to fit into this little box in order to be beautiful. And that's just a way of controlling us and not allowing us to express our authentic selves, because we're all meant to be unique. Every one of us has a unique beauty, and beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and everybody sees things differently. And what we fall in love with is not always, it's not the outside appearance, it is the energy, the vibration of the soul that is within the being. And that can make a person beautiful, and it is how they love and how they treat one another that we find attractive. It's not always this outside vessel. Yes, that helps sometimes. Is, you want to be attracted to the person that you're with, but you're not just drawn to this physical vessel. And anybody who only cares about the outside appearances is a shallow person. And is that somebody that you really want to you know, be your partner? Or is that somebody whose approval that you seek and they only care about this outside appearance? Or do you want somebody who sees through into your heart and honors that and sees the beauty of your soul, not just this vessel that we're in? All right, we have shedding the old. There's a change coming your way. Cultivate a sense of adventure, so you will be able to see new prospects. All right, so what I see from this one is that, you know, you have maybe been hiding yourself and not, you know, being afraid to shine your light or be who you are out of fear of not being accepted or, you know, approved of, because of, like I was saying, you know, we're afraid to be who we are. We're afraid we're not good enough because we don't match this image that we're sold as who we're all supposed to be and look like. And we're not all meant to be the same. We're all meant to be unique and different, just like each flower is unique and different, which is beautiful. All the colors of the rainbow are all different. Each one's a different color, and they're each one beautiful in their own right. And so it's okay to be vulnerable and to let people see the real you. But understanding who is worthy of seeing the real you. We have clearing the excess. You are entering a transitional phase and would benefit from clearing away excess clutter, whether it is in your physical body or your physical space. So yeah, it's time to assess what is serving and going to be helping you moving forward, and what needs to be let go. What perspectives need to be released so that you can embrace this beautiful creature, this beautiful being that you are. Because we are not this vessel that we're in. This is, you know, we're only allowed to choose between, you know, this masculine form and this feminine form in this plane of existence. And so this is the avatar that we chose to give us specific lessons and specific wisdom, certain wisdom that needed to come from being in this specific avatar. And it might not be who you feel as a soul, that you are as a soul, but this is the vehicle that you're in, and to love it and treat it with respect and kindness and to take care of it, because we only get this one vehicle each lifetime. And when we love it and embrace it and take care of it, it's going to serve us and it's going to perform for us the way that we need it to. And it's going to get us through what we came here to overcome, so that we can bring this higher vibration, this love, this unique beauty forward. And it's letting go of these perceptions that this is the only way to be beautiful, and this is the only way to, you know, express love or to love myself. I can only be lovable if I look a certain way. And that's not true, because the right people who are meant to be in your life, who are meant to be your soul mates, who are meant to be your friends, your lovers, etc., they'll see your beauty. They will see your soul, and they'll be connected to it. They'll vibrate close to you because they love your energy. And when we're in the soul, when we're not in the flesh, we all, you know, one another through your vibration, and your vibration speaks before you speak. And that's how we all know each other, is through our vibration. And we each have a specific frequency, and we all vibrate differently. So your soul tribe, when you honor your authentic self, your soul tribe vibrates at that same frequency. And so eventually you will sync up with one another, because you just will gravitate towards each other. Versus if you're not shining your authentic light and being who you naturally are, you aren't going to attract those types of people. You're going to attract the people who are vibrating at that same frequency of inauthenticity. So I think, did I say that right? Authenticity. Yeah. You know what I'm saying. But yes, when you can be and embrace who you are, you will naturally gravitate, and they will gravitate towards you, the people who are meant to be in your life, your true soul tribe. All right, you got several of these wanted to come out. We have resilience. There is no need to rush or push. This is the time to take things as they come. You have the determination and patience to handle what is happening. All right, so yeah. So the mermaids are saying that to release any struggle that you may be feeling, that you are a very strong individual and you chose to come here for this reason, to help others. Because when we have somebody who can tread that path and they start forming a path for others to follow, because then it takes one person to do it so that others can rise up too. Because a lot of us are afraid of being alone and afraid of being ridiculed, and it just takes one brave soul to stand up, and then when that person does, it ignites this fire in others to join them so that they don't feel alone in the journey as well, that there are more like you. And that is something that is liberating for so many people, to know that you're not alone, right? And we never are alone. We always have our guides and our angels and our ancestors with us all the time, and they, have been waiting for you, somebody like you in their lineage, to be brave enough to do what they couldn't. And it takes several generations to finally have a soul come in who has, and you can be somebody who has reincarnated into that lineage many, many times, and finally have overcome or gathered enough wisdom, gathered enough strength that you're the one who stands up and says, all right, I'm going to do it this lifetime. I'm going to do it for everybody who's come before me and everybody who couldn't do it. And they've been waiting for that person. They've been waiting for you to stand up and do what they couldn't. And they're rooting for you because it liberates them as well. We have happy life. Live a less guarded life. Yes. It's time to be vulnerable. It's time for you to come out of your shell. It's time for you to shine your uniqueness and to honor who you really are, so that you can be that bright light for others who are wanting and waiting for you to do it, because everything happens in divine timing, and there can be others who are waiting to begin their mission because they have to wait for you to begin your mission. And a lot of people don't understand that the procrastination that we all unfortunately we're all afraid, or we're not sure, is this the right thing, am I supposed to do this? But it keeps nagging at you, and because that thought keeps circulating over and over in your head, there's a reason for that, and it is because you were meant to do something with this, and it is something that is part of your mission, and it's going to fulfill you when you embrace it, when you embrace who you are, when you open yourself up to just saying, this is me and this is my life. I'm going to be and do what makes me happy. I'm not hurting anybody by being myself, and to love yourself and to embrace who you are, because you're going to be supported. You will find that support, and not to be afraid that you're going to be alone or ostracized. You are going to be supported for who you are, because so many people are out there that are like you. They're not you, but they are just like you. They are your soul tribe. We have gift of freedom. Break away from your attachments. Yes, you will find freedom in this. You will find that you are holding yourself in a place that nobody else is holding you in. You are like in a prison cell, but you have the keys to release yourself and let yourself free. And you're gonna feel liberated when you finally understand that this is the path that you were always meant to walk. This is the person you're always meant to be, and to embrace every bit of who you are. All right, mermaids say the root chakra. I have everything I need to survive and grow on the physical plane. This is about feeling confident with who you are, feeling safe and secure in the vessel that you're in. And this, the earth plane that we know it to the day, has not been the safe environment. It hasn't been safe for us to come out. It hasn't been safe for us to be who we are. When this world wants to, ostracize or put down anybody who's different or what they consider weird or unique, or anybody who wants to be gay or transgender and doesn't feel safe in their body, because to be different is to be, weird, or to be, condemned and shamed and put down. And the world that we are all living in now is the time for us to honor who we are and to bring that change, to bring this new earth, who we have always been, onto this plane of existence now. Because back in the past and everything, they were hung for being different, or they were burned and everything. And now there's different rights in place that protect people. So it is more safer now to be who you are than it has been in the past. And now, because we have, even though it doesn't appear to look like we have grown as a species, but we have. And now is the time for this vibration that you are, for this being that you are, to come full force and to bring whatever information that you have forward, to bring this beauty that is within you and to shine it out for the world to see and not to hide it anymore. You are meant to be this beautiful being that you are and to shine that beauty out, to give others like you the confidence to be who they are as well. So you are blooming. Love yourself, give yourself that approval, give yourself that validation that it's okay to be unique, and being unique is beautiful. All right, let me get some more cards for you, pile number 2, from the mermaids. Messages from the mermaids, please. Messages from the mermaids. Ooh, we have, this came out in pile number 1. We have the unknown enigma. So you are here to bring in this higher vibrational energy. You are here to bring in this new, these new perceptions, these new thoughts, these new ways of being and doing on this planet Earth, this higher Earth that we are building and creating. And you are meant to be somebody who brings forward this this new way of being and doing, because the planet that we knew is no longer going to exist. It's going to be a more loving, peaceful planet that we all remember. Those of us who are starseeds remember what Earth used to be like back in Lemuria, and it was good to be different and unique. And there's sharing of ideas, there's connection, there's love, there's embracing, there's nothing but love for one another. And we learn from each other's uniqueness, because we are source, having an experience through these different eyes, through this different vessel. And everybody's experience is different. We all see things differently through our own experiences. And to share that with one another, like, tell me what your journey has been so that I can learn from yours. And it's sharing that information, which helps everybody grow and expand and have these different perceptions, have this higher perception of what love really is. And love isn't limited. Love is always expanding. It's always growing. There is no limits to love. Love is all. And you hold a certain vibration, a frequency, or light codes that are meant to be here, anchored onto this earth and seated onto this planet. So, and when you can embrace that, embrace who you are, that you are here to bring in a different frequency onto the planet, a different way of seeing beauty, a different way of love, and honoring that, honoring who you are. Okay, we have a few more files. Okay, we have the martyr, sacrifice, and self-reflection. Yes, see yourself through different eyes. Don't see yourself through the way that this, the old earth would have us look at ourselves, and seeing our eyes through these limited little, viewpoint of what beauty is, and seeing yourself for what beauty really is. And beauty is that uniqueness, the things that make us shift, the things that make us grow and expand our perceptions on things. That is the beauty of it. And through our pain, there is beauty, there is wisdom that we gain from understanding why we had to go through certain things, because there's lessons, there's hidden wisdom in there, there's hidden tools and gifts in there. We just have to be brave enough to look at it, and to not run away from our pain, to not run away from, the hardship. It is to embrace it and to stand in the truth of who we are, and to try to understand, what is this teaching me? What am I trying to learn from this? What tools am I trying to gather from this experience? Because everything is teaching us something. See, look at all the colors of the rainbow. I mean, that is the beauty of our uniqueness, is that we're all different. We're not meant to be the same. We were created to be different. Spirit, God, Source, Creator didn't want us all to be the same. How boring would that be? How uncolorful would the world be if it was all just one color, if we were all the same? We're not meant to be all the same. It is meant to be this ever-expanding experience. Creature fire, choose freedom. Yes, time to liberate yourself, liberating yourself from the past, and liberating yourself from these confined viewpoints of what love is, what we're supposed to look like, who we're supposed to love, what is sacred, our own unique path, and to trust that we are supposed to be on our own unique journeys, and to share our unique journey with one another. And standing in the truth, honoring who you are, honoring the passion that is within your heart. We have the Shaman, trust the path. Yeah. You're going to be somebody who teaches others how to follow their, follow their journey, to follow their path, to honor their soul, to honor who they are, who they have been, or their soul uniqueness, their higher vibration. Trusting the path. Yes, the seeing beyond duality, seeing beyond black and white. You're either this or you're either that, and there, with Source, there is no either this or that. It encompasses it all. Last card, Father of Earth, generosity. This also came out in pile number 1. You may have messages in pile number 1 as well, or you may have come from pile number 1. But this is about receiving, being generous with others, allowing others. There may have been people in the past that had treated you poorly, and we unfortunately, sometimes become the same people who are judging us. We begin to judge them, and unfortunately that makes us a hypocrite. But when we can understand that they were teaching us how to be more authentically us, and allowing them that grace of having no judgment, just understanding that this is the level of their consciousness at this moment in time, and yours can be more expansive, but they're teaching you, because we're always learning lessons. And sometimes our loved ones and people who we hold dear to us can be some of our hardest teachers, because we love them so much and we want their approval so much. But they can be some of the people who damage us. And because of our love for them, and we want their approval, and unfortunately, we may not get that because of the way that they were raised and the time that they come from, and the level of their consciousness is not ready to expand to the level that yours has. So we can't change them, just like they can't change us. And who we are is who we are at this moment. It doesn't mean we can't grow and expand. They can, but everything happens in its time. And allowing them to trusting that they're on a certain path and that you are also on a certain path, and for a certain amount of time you were on the path together, teaching each other certain lessons. And sometimes people get it and sometimes people don't, but having grace and forgiving them for lessons that they may not be ready to receive yet, and letting that go and not holding them to a place where there's no room for growth and change, because I always have hope for people. But it's not to say that you need to repress yourself and suppress who you are out of your love for anybody. Sometimes it's good to just cut those cords and to know that it's okay that you're on a different journey and they're on a different journey and are taking separate paths. But maybe in the future one day you can meet up again and hear what each other has learned through their experience. But not to hold yourself into a place where you can't embrace who you are and fulfill the mission that you came here. So be generous with your love, and it doesn't mean that you have to betray yourself out of your love for them. It is to honor who you are, stand in the truth of who you are. And this path going forward is going to be filled with lots of blessings. You're going to have that foundation, that stability that you're looking for in your life, and honoring who you are, honoring your unique beauty, and trusting that you're always going to be guided and protected, and honoring this person that you are meant to be, this wisdom that you have, that you might not even be aware of. So you have space and ghost. Yes, let go of the past versions, or the past ways of seeing and doing and being. Any of those traumas that may have come up. Maybe you were picked on or bullied in school, or at home, and you may have some of those memories that surface for you. It's understanding, what were they teaching me? They were teaching me to value myself, to love myself. And when you can look back and have these higher perceptions on things, you can understand what was I trying to learn, and there's this energy that's trying to suppress it, which means that you have to do the opposite, right? It's to liberate yourself. And so anytime that you this is alchemy. It is learning to see the element that is being presented to you. This is the work, and then now what is the work that needs to be applied. So if this is the lesson is, all my life I've been told that I'm not good enough and to hide who I am, and in order to break out of those chains, it is to then embrace who you are and to shine that light, because that's what you're being called to do, and to understand. I don't understand the mission, which is hard for everybody. Not everybody can see the duality of this realm. But anytime you're experiencing one thing, it is because the opposite is in your future. You have the potential for the other, for the opposite of that. So if somebody was born into poverty, you have the potential to have financial independence. It is understanding and valuing what you don't have, so that when you do have it, you understand what it takes to have it, and to honor it, and to respect it, and to value it, versus somebody who's just handed it to them. You don't understand, you don't respect, you don't value it, you don't treasure it as much when it's just given to you. So anything that you've had to work hard to achieve, you value it and you understand it. And when you can let go and understand that these were the lessons that were teaching me to stand in my truth, to honor who I am, this creates so much space within, and it allows these blessings to come to you, everything that you've been praying for, asking for, wishing for. You make that space for that to grow within you when you release and surrender all these things that have been holding you down or making you feel not good enough. When you can release that and truly surrender it, you will create this void within, this nurturing soil for these beautiful blessings to grow from. All right, let's see what else the mermaids want you to know. Oops, let's put that around, mermaids. Let's do that again. Messages from the mermaids for pile number 2. Pile number 2, please. Any more messages for pile number 2? Disruption. Alright, so yeah. Alright, so we're disrupting these energies. You're coming here to create this chaos, to bring in this this higher vibration, to bring in this new way of loving, this new way of being, because the old ways weren't serving, they're too limiting. And so we need something that's going to break open, and to break open the patterns, to shift the patterns, to bring in higher vibrations, to bring in new frequencies that's more balanced. Okay, a balanced way of being and loving. Alright, pile number 2. I hope this reading has helped bring in some clarity, some love, some insights. And if it has, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment below if you feel called to do so. I'd love to hear from you. And I'd love to have you back. Wishing you all nothing but love for yourself. So proud of you, for everybody who is honoring your authentic self. You deserve it. Y'all have a blessed day. Welcome everyone who chose pile number 3 and the blue lace agate. This is your reading. And your mermaid card is Yamaya. Yamaya, Grandmother Ocean, Primordial. Ooh. That's a beautiful one. So, from what I get from this is there is something new. It could be you yourself are becoming who you are meant to be, or you're giving birth to something new. This can be an idea, a feeling, some ancient wisdom that you're about to bring forth to the world. Just take what resonates for you. These are collective readings, everyone, so not everything is meant for just one person. You are being held. This is a mothering energy. The Divine Mother is letting you know that that you are loved, that you are being supported, that you are being held, that you are being nurtured and protected at this moment. To honor your feelings, to go with the flow, to surrender. Let's see what else we have. I'm going to put this crystal up here. Okay, pile number 1 and pile number 3. We have Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. Okay, yes. Alright, so you can be bringing in that divine feminine energy, honoring that divine feminine. The Age of Light, you've been training for this for lifetimes. Okay, so this is a starseed pile, for those of you who resonate with starseeds. Starseeds are souls. I believe most of us are starseeds. We've come to the earth at this time. There was a request for higher light beings to come into the earth to seed higher dimensional frequencies onto this planet to help Mother Earth ascend and to return the divine feminine energies back onto the planet Earth. There's a lot of history on planet Earth that has been hidden from us, where the divine feminine has been repressed for so many years and almost wiped out of our history. And this is you are somebody here who is meant to bring in those higher frequencies of the divine feminine energies and to anchor that light here onto the earth. And now is the time for us to be anchoring these light codes onto the planet. And this is something that you have come here to do. You are an old soul, a wise old soul, and Mother Earth is now ascending. She has decided to no longer be a school for lower vibrational frequencies, and if you your vibration isn't high enough, you won't be able to incarnate here on the planet anymore. And all of those who are on the earth are ascending along with her, so our vibration is rising with her. And you had several of these cards want to come out. We have Sisterhood of the Rose, Beauty and Devotion, Priestess, Mystic, and Teacher. Yeah, so you can be one of the priestess from the temples, the ancient temples of Egypt, of Lemuria, where the divine feminine was honored and respected for her intuition, for her wisdom, for her creative energies that she brings to the earth. We have a lot of, yes, there's a lot of anchoring of energy of light and love, and bringing that wisdom, bringing that enlightenment, bringing this ancient history, restoring planet Earth, restoring the heaven on earth. This is beautiful. I love it. This is a very high vibrational in what we have. And a grandmother of Jesus. Yeshua, Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, the divine plan. I love that. Yes, we are here to restore the divine feminine energies. I feel like this is one of my piles. Some of these readings are meant for me as well. This is how the energies work. And these are definitely resonating with me and what I've my mission here on the planet is to restore the divine feminine and bring the balance back onto the planet, where we are able to tap into our nurturing energies, that mothering energy, mothering ourselves, loving ourselves, nurturing ourselves, allowing ourselves to feel all of our feelings, and to express ourselves, and to express how we feel, and to live in our heart space, and to reconnect to one another, to reconnect to Mother Earth and Gaia. She is ascending, and this is beautiful. Honoring the beauty of the divine feminine, and what does that mean, and all of the beauty that comes with being a woman and no longer feeling like we're not good enough, and the repression of the earth and the repression of the feminine, and just all of those energies that represents the feminine energy. And you don't have to be a woman to have divine feminine energy. We all are made of masculine and feminine energies, but the feminine aspect has been repressed on this planet, where families are separated, they're broken apart, we're treated as cattle and consumers and workers, and we're out working for the government and for all these big companies and everything. We're no longer connected to the earth, or connected to one another, or connected to our families. Both parents are being forced to go out into the work field and not being home raising the children. We send them off to school or daycares, and for other people to raise our children, and being taught how to be in this consumerism world, and they're not being taught basic survival instincts, and just even how to grow your own food, or how to take care of yourself, and even just how to pay bills or to earn money, things like this. They're not being taught those basic things, and they're just being it's almost like sending them off to a babysitter, or sending them off to go be trained to be a consumer in the world, and they're not learning how to connect to the earth or connect to one another. There's not a lot of feminine energy in it at all. When you think of the feminine and the masculine energy is the the fire and the air, and that's our thoughts. Those are the action. It's about producing, it's about doing, and you know, the energy that we're producing or consuming. And when we look at the feminine aspect, that is our it's rest, it's healing, it's nurturing, it's connecting to Mother Earth, it's connecting to each other, it is feeling and allowing ourselves to feel, it is the connection, the emotion, taking care of ourselves and taking care of the planet, and that is what's missing. And you are somebody who is here to bring forward that feminine energy and to be a leader, to be a teacher for others, to connect back in to that other aspect of who we are as beings on this planet. Okay. We have plant seeds of intentions. Grow, go, grow, and glow. Beautiful. Yes, so you are here to seed that divine feminine energy on the planet and to nurture that seed until it can grow to its full potential and be this beacon for others. You are somebody who is here to shine a light for others and to remind them of Lemuria, to remind them of this heaven on earth that we used to exist in. This world is so out of balance, and we are only looking at things through one lens, and that's where we're getting in trouble. That's where we see so much distortion in society. There's a lot of illusion out there. There's a lot of darkness out there, and because we are so fixated on this one aspect of living, that is why we need people like you here on this planet to remind us of the balance, to remind us of the feminine energy, so that we can heal ourselves, so we can nurture ourselves, so we can nurture the planet, and so we can restore that balance. We have gratitude. I am grateful for everyone and everything in my life and the lessons each brings. And this is 4. So this is a very earthing energy. This is our heart space and staying in our heart and connecting to the divine feminine, because she feels and she knows, and she's always connected. She knows that there is always enough for everyone. The Divine Mother provides everything for us. She nurtures us. She provides unconditional love. She is a beacon that shines that Creator's love for us. She's like a representation of Creator's love, of what it is like. It is the ultimate expression of Source, because a mother, when you think of a mother provides, just with her own physical body, everything that a child needs to grow and to survive. She provides with her body the milk that a baby infant would need to survive and grow. And she protects that child with every bit of her being, because her mission is to sustain life and to grow life and to provide for that life that she has now grown within her physical body. And a woman represents, she is the channel between the spiritual and the physical. And so she has this place of honor that she should have, that has been taken from her. And it's not to say that we're better than men or anything like that, but there is this honoring and this respect that has been taken, that has been suppressed, and it needs to have its rightful place. And it is beside the divine masculine, not above or below. It is beside, in balance, because we need them both. We need the light to provide that, to provide the heat, to provide the warmth, and we also need that darkness to provide the sleep and the rest, and so that we can grow. We have moved forward, experience the grace of who you truly are. We have adrift in shallow water. Take a few deep breaths and reconnect to your inner peace. Notice the small things and appreciate them. Okay. And then we have persistent drive. See what you desire and move forward. Move towards that goal. It is time to zero in on your purpose. Use your intuition and instincts to guide you to the optimal outcome. I love that. Okay, so you're being called to go ahead and move forward with your mission, to bringing forward this, whatever wisdom you have, this information, this light, this vibration, to honor that energy that is within you, and to reconnect to this place within, so that you can be open and perceptive to seeing the path forward, to knowing which way, when to act and when not to act. Because we have to find that balance of rest and work, and that is the masculine and the feminine energies of knowing when to pull back and to sit and wait and to be observant. Because there's something that spirit needs to talk to you or tell you, or there's signs that you need to be open to seeing and perceiving, or maybe there needs to be some kind of course correcting before moving forward. And the only time we can get that information and receiving those downloads is when we stop and we rest. And then there will be signs that are given for you to then move forward. Now is the time to act, proceed forward, because there's an opportunity that comes in that then directs you to then now apply this energy, and that is using the masculine energy now to go forward. And when we're using our intuition, that is using our divine feminine, and when we're using our instinct, that is your divine masculine. That is the act. The intuition is the perceptive, and the instinct is the action that you need to apply in the moment that you are felt, that you feel that energy. Think of it like this: when we animals, they are very connected to their instincts, and when they sense danger, and that is because they feel the vibrations, they sense it, and their instinct is to then respond. It is either to attack or it is to seek shelter and protect themselves or their children. That is how you use and apply the energy, and it is about understanding the energies and when to act and when not to act, and being perceptive of that. And that's tapping in and honoring that other aspect of the divine feminine within us, and that we can then know when it is safe to act versus now is the time to rest and receive. I'm looking any other messages from the mermaids in here, just making sure. And when we are coming from a place of gratitude, that is tapping into the divine feminine, because it reminds us to be grateful for what we already have. And having means that I'm not chasing the energy and pushing the energy away. Anytime we are chasing, we are pushing energy out. And when we are grateful for what we have, we are pulling energy in. And it is being receptive, it is a receiving energy, and that is all about the divine feminine energy and the balance of giving and receiving. And we are taught to give so that we can receive, but we're not taught exactly how to receive. A lot of times, a lot of people who are the givers, we enjoy giving to others, we enjoy helping other people, we enjoy sharing, but when it comes time for us to receive and return, we don't feel comfortable in that energy. We don't feel comfortable in that vibration. It's hard to just receive a compliment, or to receive like a friend who wants to give you a gift. There can be this like uncomfortable feeling, this icky feeling of because we're not used to that. We're not taught to be receptive and receiving. We're taught to be giving and doing, and we're not taught the opposite energy. And you are somebody who understands the divine feminine, who understands the energy of receiving. And it's not to just stay in receiving mode, it is the balancing of giving and receiving. And we're not giving just so we can receive back, we're giving from our heart space. But when there's an opportunity or a blessing that's coming in and somebody wants to bless you, it is being open to receiving those blessings in return. Somebody wants to give you something, or the universe has blessed you with this, and seeing what blessings you have around you every day that's already in your life, and being grateful for what you already have, this already starts opening the heart. It starts bringing in those receptive energies, and you become more magnetic for those blessings, for those opportunities to receive more. Okay? All right, more messages from the mermaids. Let me see if there's any more messages. Pile number 3, please. Messages from the mermaids for pile number 3. It's a beautiful reading. These feminine energies. Messages, okay? Okay. We have the Shaman. This came out in pile number 2. Trust the path. That's right. Trust that you have all the tools that you need. Trust that this is part of your mission, that you are here, that you chose to come here. This is why you chose to come here. And that everything is going to be revealed in due time. You have ancient wisdom that you're meant to bring forward. And everything's going to reveal itself at the right time. This is something that you have been training for. We have root of air, explore. Yeah, okay, so you're cutting through. This is a master number 33. You're cutting through these perceptions, these limited ways of seeing and thinking about, you know, the way that life is supposed to be here on Earth, and what is the truth behind all of these illusions, and standing in that truth and honoring the truth that is within us all, that we are all both masculine and both feminine, and honoring both aspects of ourselves. Oops, I'm sorry, I just bumped my camera. I'm seeing this liberation, liberating yourself and liberating others from these illusions, and cutting through the lies and the deceit of what we are told. The goddess circle, wheels of change. Look at that. Look at all these goddesses. Look at all this feminine energy that is behind you and supporting you on this mission. This kundalini awakening, and awakening others to this higher perception, and surrendering the ego, where the ego is surrendering to the feminine energies and working with the divine feminine, no longer suppressing her, or shaming her, or guilting her, or telling her that she's too emotional or that she's weak. That instead, the divine masculine is protecting her and honoring her feelings, honoring her wisdom, honoring her truth, and respecting her ability to create and sustain life, and to bring forward this higher vibrational, unconditional love. This is beautiful. Yeah, standing in your words, standing in the truth. We have the unknown. This card has come out in all 3 of these piles so far. Yeah. This is high vibrational energy. I love this. A lot of my piles are always high vibrational. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for being on this channel. And I'm so blessed to have you all be here and to be on this journey with me. So you are receiving all of this information. You are here to ground this higher vibrational energy, this golden timeline. This beautiful energy. Embracing this path, this unknown future that we all are walking into. And sometimes, you know, there's things that we are not allowed to know yet until the time is right. And there is, you know, sometimes there can be some trepidation because you're not sure how to move forward or when's the time to move forward, but trust in yourself that you're going to know the right path, and which way to embrace this path that you have chosen to be on, And right now you could be called to just be integrating the energies and to challenge your perceptions, to go within and see where there may be more shifts that need to take place before beginning to move forward. But understand that this is something that is within you. It is something that you have chosen to bring forth into this incarnation. And to what is it that lights you up? What is it that you're passionate about? Maybe you enjoy teaching others. Maybe you enjoy working with the healing arts. Maybe you enjoy divination, whatever it is that you're meant to do to bring forth for other people, so that you can be a teacher or a guide for those who find themselves on this path or looking for a way to embrace the divine feminine, and being an example of that container that supports the energies and the high frequencies that are coming into you. You may be getting some downloads of information. You may be receiving them now or in coming days, but there are definitely going to be higher vibrations coming in, and there's this golden light that is surrounding you and shining on you, that you're here to seed onto this planet. There's a lot of crown chakra energy, so very open, being open to this information, being open and connected to your guides. The divine feminine is definitely with you and guiding you and supporting you, and you are somebody who is definitely an old ancient soul. We have creature of water, creative expression. Oh, beautiful, yes. So a priestess of the temples, you're somebody who is here to bring that feminine ability, the creative energies of the divine feminine, shining that unique energy that is you. You've overcome so much, you've been through so much, through many, many lifetimes here on the planet, and you are a container of a lot of wisdom that you need to bring forth to share with the world. And this is something that you're meant to be doing, and the mermaids want you to know that you are definitely connected to the water element, which is very much the divine feminine. That is like one of the highest frequencies or connections to the divine feminine, is through water. We are all born of water. When we come onto this planet, all life begins in the water. Every seed germinates in water. So there is a seed within you that needs to be nurtured, and so that it can reach its full potential, so that it can fly high, and it is going to bring forth this beautiful creation here on the planet Earth. And it is something that is very beautiful, that comes from a heart space, that is going to be very abundant, it's going to be very nurturing, and it's going to feel like home. I love that. We have 33 and 44 more Ascended Master energy. I had these on pile number 1. I think it was pile number 1. All right, let me get a little bit more insight, please, to finish out the reading. Pile number... Woo! They're just jumping out my hands right now. Alright, sorry about that. I just had a visitor. So these are the cards that jumped out for you. We have movement. So there's forward movement. You're going to be moving forward. Now is the time to act. This energy, the wisdom that you have, needs to be shared with the earth at this time. We have happiness. So acting on this is going to bring so much happiness. And then we have mystery. So there is something ahead that is not meant to be known at the moment, but it is something that's going to bring you so much happiness. And even though we can't see, or not yet meant to know the chain of events that are meant to happen for us, because there's certain things that have to have secrecy in order for us to walk the path that we're meant to walk. So because there's certain tools we have to gather along the way, and we can't know everything yet until the time is right for us to know. But the path ahead is going to be filled with lots of happiness, and this is going to light you up, and it is something that the earth desperately needs. Your help, your love, your support, your nurturing, mothering, divine feminine energy. And thank you so much for being here on this planet. We need you so much, and I am so honored to have you here on my channel. And I hope this reading resonates, and if it does, please like, share, and subscribe. I'd love to hear from you in the comments if this reading does resonate, and I'd love to have you here again. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a blessed day. Welcome everybody who chose the Aquamarine pile number 4. These are your messages from the Mermaid. I'm gonna put this up there. And your card is Soul Cage, rescue, escape from captivity and restriction. Okay. So I see here is you're overcoming or have overcome some really heavy energies that have maybe made you feel like you were repressed, or in a place of hardship and just a lot of stress in your life. Feeling like maybe you can't be yourself, and you were coming out of that, coming out of some hardship. I see we have answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? Let's keep going. We have get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. Okay. All right. So this is a healing reading. So you were overcoming and healing through something that was very painful, very traumatic, very painful. Dance with life. Do something to change your energy. Okay. Yeah, so there's been some heavy emotions, something heavy that you've been going through, that has maybe had you questioning yourself or questioning this journey that you're on. Let me put this up here. And maybe the purpose and the reasons for, what you have gone through or what you're here for. Answer the call. Yeah, you may be wondering, what is the purpose? What is the purpose of life even? Or maybe reminiscing or thinking if things had been different, what would life have been like? Or, maybe if I'd have done this or if I'd have done that, would this have happened? And maybe looking over the past and maybe wishing things were different. And the mermaids are asking you to ground this energy out, to reconnect and tap back into yourself. You may be, drawn to nature. And this is where I find a lot of times we can tap into our physical selves and being more in the present moment when we're out in nature. And it helps us to be grounded in this reality instead of living in the past or thinking of the future realities that could have been if maybe, this would have happened, or if I'd have just done this or this. And you're being asked to be more in the present moment and not looking towards the past or living in the future realities and timelines. It's being more in the present moment and grounding yourself into here and the now, because this is where the power lies. The power of creation is in the present moment. This is where we have the power to make choices to create change. And you're being asked to release yourself from maybe spending too much time in the past or spending too much time in these alternate versions of reality that may have happened, or potential realities that could have happened and could have been, and be more in the present moment so that you can rejoin the creation of your life now and who you are today. We have the time for a quantum leap. Prepare for a makeover. Ooh, I love that. So yeah, you may have been spending some time, or maybe a little too much time, pondering the past or the future, and now you're being called to be more in the present moment to create the change here in the now, so that you can begin the journey that you're meant to be on, and leaping ahead instead of staying in the past, and begin a life that is going to be more fulfilling, where you can participate more in creating that life that you want to be existing in. And we have where you are is where it's at. Stay still until you are divinely moved. All right, so where you are on the path right now is where you're meant to be. And right now you're being asked to maybe heal and let go of some of those things that maybe didn't work out, that you perceived didn't work out the way that you wanted them to. And there's reasons why things don't work out the way that we want. And it's sad, but we don't have control over certain things. There's only certain things we can control. But there's things that are divinely planned for us, and we set these things up before we even incarnated. So there's people who are meant to be in your life for a certain phase of time, and they're meant to be our teachers and be our guides and be our allies for a certain moment. And some are meant to be with you for lifetimes. And it's sad when we lose some of those friendships, and time, time can heal some of those wounds, but sometimes we do find ourselves reminiscing on those times when we were together, and it's okay to feel and to honor the time that we're spent there with one another, but not to exist there all the time, not to spend too much time there, because we take away from the present moment and everything that we're meant to be doing here in the now, and the people who are meant to come into our life in this moment now, because we're living in that regretful space, or we're living in the what ifs and the shoulda, woulda, couldas. And when you spend too much time there, you are wasting your energy, you're wasting your time in this gift that we are given here on this planet. And so where you are right now is where you are meant to be, and you're being asked to reconnect and tap back in and reground yourself into this now moment, because right now you are being asked to create something, to prepare for something new to come in. All right, we have inner desires. Set some intentions. You are entering a phase of plenty, or may have a sudden windfall. Goals are within your grasp. All right, so right now you need to be more aware, more conscious of what is going on in the environment around you, because there could be opportunities that are coming in, and if you're not present, you're not going to respond or even acknowledge these opportunities, because you're living elsewhere in your mind and not here in the present moment. And so things can pass you by if you're not paying attention. We have disengage from outcomes. Let go so you can open yourself to the highest love that you deserve. Find ways to release worry or any unresolved lack of forgiveness you might be holding on to. Okay, so what I heard from this was maybe there's somebody that you need to forgive. There's maybe someone who hurt you in the past and maybe broke your heart, or something that has broken your heart and it's hard to let go of, and it's hard to forgive, and it's hard to move forward, and you're being asked to let go and surrender the what ifs, because what happened was meant to happen, and they were teaching you something. You were learning something from this experience, and you're being asked to let that go, so what it is that you really want can enter your life. And if you're existing here in the past and staying in that state and that vibration, you're not going to be open enough and responsive enough to see the opportunity that's right here in front of you. Okay? We have single-mindedness. Choose your own path and what is best suited for you. Okay? Yeah. letting go. You're definitely being asked to let go. You may be focusing too much on this experience that happened, and it's giving you that single focus where you can't see the bigger picture. You're too focused on that and not allowing yourself to step back out of that situation to get a higher view, to get a bigger perception of what was going on, what was this experience about, why was this person in my life, what was I learning through this experience, okay? And now we have silencing the mind. Let silence guide you to your inner peace. Yeah. You know, our minds can, they can be little chatterboxes, and this is where our ego lies up in our minds, and it likes to have a lot of control, and it'll keep us in circles and in patterns and cycles over and over again out of fear. And when we can address our fears and understand, you know, where they're coming from, why they're there, where they originated, and embrace them and understand them, they no longer become something that controls us. It becomes where we understand and we can see things now from a different perspective than we could before when we were going through that situation. And taking that step back and entering into the heart space and coming out of the mind, when we enter the heart, that's where we find our peace. That's where we find connection. That's where we find resolution. That's where we can get that higher perspective, because now we're understanding why, the whys, and how comes. And we have Earth Angel. I am a guardian of Mother Earth and protect all who live on her. Okay, this is more of the earth energy and coming back to the present moment and connecting to Mother Earth, which is when we're more grounded in the present moment, this is where we get these opportunities to help guide our path forward, where we really connect to the path that we're meant to be walking in the first place and not living and existing in our fears and in our minds. We're more connected to our higher selves and understanding that things happen for a reason, and becoming more sensitive to your needs and understanding your feelings and understanding why. And when we connect back into Mother Nature, you will begin to feel more connected to the energies around you, to the people around you, because you're more tapped in and you're not in your mind existing in like a fantasy or, you know, another a timeline that's already been played out, and it's like a movie that has been over for, you know, years, but you're still sitting in the movie theater watching the reruns. You know, it's time to wake up, it's time to get out, it's time to reconnect, to join and participate in the life that you came here to live, and to be more grounded and to be more connected to life, to all of life that is around you, that is constantly playing out. Everything is always moving, everything is growing, and if we're not connecting and choosing to connect, we're not going to be growing, because there's no solid foundation. You're not here in the present moment. Your roots aren't connected. You know, it's almost like being like a plant that's been plucked out of the ground and laying on the side, and it's not really connected to anyone or connected to the earth or to the environment around it, and it's just, you know, laying there slowly dying. I mean, it's a sad metaphor, but that's almost what it's like. And it's, you know, it becomes stagnant. There's no growth. And when we connect back in and we reground into the present moment and we allow our roots to connect and tap back into Mother Earth, and we connect to the environment that's around us and to the people around us, and it's almost like rejoining society again. So maybe this heartbreak that you've gone through has made you want to, you know, retreat into your shell and to hide away and disconnect from everyone and everything, and you're being asked to rejoin and reconnect, because there's somebody or something that's trying to connect to you, that you need to tap back in and connect back and take your power back. Because if this is a soulmate, then your soulmate's waiting for you, and is looking for you, but you've been, you know, stuck in the past and not tapped in, and they've been searching for you, but you haven't been ready to move forward. And now you're being asked to move forward, to embrace the new moments that are waiting for you ahead, and to let go of the past so that you can embrace this future that is awaiting for you. All right, more messages from the mermaids. We have creature of air, speed. All right, so yeah, see, there's a lot of mental chatter going on in the mind, where the mind has you. You know, the mind, like I was saying, it likes to talk a lot and keep us in our head space. And when we're existing in our head, we're not existing in the present moment. And so maybe it's time to cut some cords to the past, cut the cords to those people who weren't serving you, who weren't treating you correctly and honoring you and respecting you or loving you. It's time to let those go, because there's some new inspiring, new perceptions that want to come in and help you shift the way that you see things. We have the star, spiritual rebirth. Yeah, that's good. I like that. You're going to be, a new version of you is going to come forward from this. When we let go of the past, when we let go of these things that have been holding us back and keeping us in a place of, you know, non-growth, when we finally let go and we choose to, you know, cut the cords to the past, we can then, we become somebody new, as a new version of you, somebody who has grown from those things. When you think of a plant, when it flowers and it blooms and it's reached its full potential in this one phase of its life, you know, the bloom can't continue to bloom. The petals eventually fall off, and then it goes to seed. And so what we end up doing to preserve the plant is we cut the blooms off so that it continues to grow. But when we do this, when we cut the seeds off, the energy returns back into the roots, and then new growth starts to take place on the plant again. And that's what happens to us as well, when we cut the cords to these things that are no longer serving us. When we cut the cords to the past and we finally let it go and we let it return back to the soil, the energy goes down, but then it blooms into something new again, and it is reborn. It is like the phoenix who rises from the ashes of the old. And that is what's going to happen for you. You're going to experience this rebirth, this blooming, this new version of yourself. And you're going to receive all these insights. You're going to receive this wisdom that comes in. And you're going to be so grateful that you chose to do this, that you chose to move forward. All right, we have the twins, conscious connections. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so this is like a love reading. So that person or that part of you that has been missing from your life, you're going to find that connection. You're going to reconnect, and this can be reconnecting to a version of you that, you know, maybe was suppressed because of this experience that you went through, and you're going to return home to the version of you that was there before all this pain and trauma happened. But it's going to be a more awakened and more beautiful version of yourself. Or this is going to be where you connect to your soul partner, your true partner who's meant to be here in your life with you, that you're here to build that foundation with. Where you have learned from those mistakes, from those experiences that broke your heart. You're going to find somebody who values and honors you and sees the light within you, because you have now restored that light within yourself. And there's going to be this communication that occurs that's going to, you're just going to know. You're instantly going to know that this is the person for you. Or you're going to receive this information within that guides you to where you're supposed to be and who you're meant to be on this plane. It's going to be like, you're going to go from night to day. There's this illumination, this light that's going to be shining in from this past where it felt maybe so dark and maybe you felt so alone. You're going to find that connection. You're going to find that light, that inspiration that pulls you out of your shell, that pulls you out of the darkness. And you're going to just embrace this new beginning, because in this new beginning, there's going to be so much light. There's going to be so much love. There's going to be so much for you to embrace. All right, let's get a few more messages for you, pile number 4. We have rejection. Oh. So yeah, you probably felt rejected, thought that this was the one, thought that this may have been, and this can be, maybe you felt rejected from your family. You could have felt rejected from somebody that you thought was the one for you. And maybe so. Maybe they didn't see that light that you had within you. Maybe they didn't honor it. And that is why things happen the way they happen, because they weren't going to give you the type of love that you need and that you deserve. They couldn't see the real you through the perceptions that they have, or maybe even the perceptions that you have about yourself. We have passion. So passion is coming in for you. Whether it's a job, maybe you felt rejected from a job, or something that you thought was going to be the path that you were meant to be on, and things worked out and it wasn't, and it broke your heart. Or like I was saying, it can be a love. Take what resonates for you. But this new beginning, this path ahead, there's going to be so much passion from this experience, from this person, from this job, this path going forward. You're gonna feel connected. You're gonna feel passionate. You're gonna feel alive again. There's going to be this synergy. Yeah. There was a lot of pain. You experienced a lot of pain, a lot of heartache. But from that pain, you will have understood your worth and your value. And you're going to receive all that love that you deserve and that you're worthy of. And you're going to know what true love is, right? And true love isn't going to make you feel rejected. It doesn't reject you. It doesn't, ignore your feelings or make you feel ashamed or guilty or, gaslight you into not feeling the way that you feel. They're going to understand your pain. They're going to help you heal from your pain. They will honor it. They will respect it. They'll understand it. They don't want to cause you pain because they love you. And anybody who truly loves you doesn't want you to be in pain. They don't want you to feel that way. And they take responsibility for the pain that they've caused you. And they don't repeat those actions. They choose and they change because they would want to keep you in their life. And anybody who's expressing, this hurts me, is somebody who's trying to keep you in their life. And if somebody's not honoring and respecting that and not wanting to inflict that pain, instead they want to say, well, you did this and you do this, or they try to gaslight you out of that, that is not somebody you want in your life, and learning from those experiences that you've already been through is going to teach you what true love is. And it is the opposite of what you've experienced. And sometimes we have to go through those experiences of knowing what something that we don't want is in order to understand what we do want, And a lot of people don't understand that we have to go through these experiences so we can have the value of something it is that we truly want in our lives. And so we have to experience the opposite end of the spectrum of not having in order to appreciate having. So if you have been through that experience, you've already been through the hard experience. And now it's time to let that go so that this beauty, this love, this connection that you're wanting can come into your life. But if you're constantly existing in the mind of woulda, shoulda, coulda, wish that this didn't happen, or existing in the past of the pain and the hurt, you're going to continue to exist there until you shift those patterns within and you surrender and change and decide that I'm going to grow from this, let this be my lesson, and grow from that, so that you can understand what true love is and what it looks like and what it feels like. Okay? And what it feels like is connection. It feels somebody who is there supporting you, somebody who truly respects you and they honor your boundaries. Okay? And you feel a difference. You'll know a difference. You're not ignoring the red flags anymore. If that same character, you've already been through this, you know that's not the person for me, because I've had this experience before and it didn't make me feel good. I didn't feel true love. I didn't feel connection. I didn't feel true passion in this at all. So I've already been there, done that, and that's not the path I want to go down. I want something new, and being brave enough to take that chance and to experience something different. All right? So that is your messages from the mermaids. I hope that this reading has helped. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'd love to read your comments below if this has resonated with you. I'd like to have you back again. Thank you so much, everybody. Y'all have a blessed day and take care.